Spark is Chain capital allocator with 3.95 billion deployed across DPI, CP, and RW. It unlocks capital efficiency at a scale, auto-balancing allocation based on market condition while maintaining a conservative risk profile. SPK force total staking there was 7,20,000. SPK participation 622 can stake SPK price pool early cap 4,285.7 on SPK mining period 7 days individual hourly reward cap 428.57 SPK. In total stake of 59,57,414.1 14 SPK APR 828.866%. Reward history and GateIO launch for newly added Spark SPK stake SPK to earn reward delivered in real time. Spark will be launched on GateIO Launchpool stake SPK to earn a spare token reward every hour airdrop data staking period June 18, 2025 at 12 UTC to June 25, 2022 at 12 UTC. Total staking reward 727 lakh 20 SPK. Unlocking rules 100% unlock. GateIO launch will allow user to stake early. You can stake your asset before the project officially launches, ensuring you start earning reward immediately once mining begins. Reward distribution: the system will distribute token reward to user spot accounts every hour based on the proportion of asset stake by each user. Get Launchpool FAQ: how to participate. Log into GateIO Gate Stake. Project information: Spark is an on-chain capital allocator with 3.95 billion deployed across DEFI, CEFI, and RWA. It unlocks capital efficiency at a scale, auto-balancing allocations based on market condition while maintaining a conservative risk profile. Staking an airdrop platform where user can stake GT, BTC, ETH, USDT or other tokens to earn early, early airdrops of hot and new coins with low entry barriers and high APR. It's the ultimate platform for effortlessly capturing market opportunities. Please complete identity verification before participating in Launchpool to enhance the security of your account and asset. Please adhere to the relevant rules of the event while participating. Any cheating behavior is prohibited and occurrence of the dishonest will result in the disqualification of the reward or any disparity arises between the translated version and the original English version. The English version shall prevail. Gate reserve all right to the final explanation. This event is non-applied with FL.INC 7 user is the United Kingdom and other restricted location cannot access the servers, including the participation in this event game on competition. You see the user agreement to future details on restricted location. Risk warning: the project team does not guarantee that token price will be lower than its entire sell price. Please invest with caution and don't invest beyond your financial capacity. The crypto project is still in the entire storage factors, including the operations and underlying technology of the project. and other related regulation or activities might contribute to significant risk. Advanced technical and financial knowledge is required to understand and evaluate the inherent risks to crypto asset investment. For the market volatility is high and the price of the token might fluctuate directly to the directly due to its technical regulation and marketing factors. User may not be able to withdraw all the purchase tokens due to technical issue on the project or Gate team June 17, 2025. Gateway of crypto trade over 3,600 cryptocurrencies safe, quickly and easily on GateI official website. Spark is earned 4.5% on your stable coins. Maximize your stable coins while with transparent rates. Withdraw to USDC, USDS or DI at any times with a slide phase or platform fee. Stable introducing SPK, the Spark token. Spark is the native token to Spark will soon be able to Ethereum mainnet. It powers participation across the ecosystem, enabling staking governance and long-term alignment. Spark, what is a Spark? Consists of three main product categories: savings, earn saving on the stable holding, borrows the USD as certain money market protocol, combining the best liquidity directly from Sky and virtually integrating with the base DPA protocol liquidity layer. Direct liquidity into DPA markets. What is Spark mission? Spark was created solve to structural problem that is exerted since the inception of DeFi. Fragmented liquidity unstable, while an ideal stable coins capital and underplays across chains and protocols. Despite year of growth, this issue remained unsolved. Spark operates to a two-side capital allocator. On the ecosystem side, it borrows from a Sky $6.5 billion stable coins reserve and deploys capital across DPI, CPI, and RWAs. This provides deep, constant liquidity while earning adjusts while at a scale. On the user side, users a Spark package that yield into accessible products like SUSDS and USDC, giving users seamless access to on-chain programmable income that is diversified, fee-free, and confessible. Rather than competing with other protocols, Spark powers then it's not just another DPIF, it is a core liquidity and while infrastructure layer on chain finance saving. What is saving? Spark enables user to easily deposit stable into saving and receive saving USD as token is written. The USDS token represent you share to USDS in the sky saving rate. As saving acquire USDS increases value over time, the sky saving rate is set by sky governance. What is the sky saving rate? Sky saving rate SSR is a feature of the sky protocol that enables any USDS holder to earn a saving rate on the USDS. The SSR is paid out of USDS. The sky saving rate is funded by the burning fees accorded by the sky protocol. You can also find the current sky saving rate on the saving page in the Spark app. The sky saving rate offer higher while than the dash saving rate. The sky saving rate is set by sky governance and is subject to change. Spark has no control over the sky saving rate. What is USDS? Saving USDS is the upgraded version of DAI which offers higher yield than SADA. USDS is a tokenized representation of USDS deposit. The Sky saving rate SSR offered by Sky. The USDS token enables users to receive returns of their SSR despite their while it's being able to transfer stake lead and use it any way they want. How do I acquire USDS? to acquire USDS and earn saving. You can deposit USDS and another stablecoin using the Spark app. For technical documentation of the USDS implementation, please refer to developer dossiers. What is USDC saving? USDC saving USDC is tokenized presence of USDC deposit is the saving USDC bold the saving USDC will deposit USDC into the sky in saving rate sky saving rate assets are offered by sky the USDC tokens enable user to receive returns of their SSR deposit while still being able of transaction stake learned and user if the anyway to want USDC supported by various networks such as Ethereum based on architecture. You can find an overall support network and token address. How do I acquire USDC? How do I obtain USDC or USDC on other network on often saving? You can deposit excess stablecoins such as USDS and USDC on the prepared support network to obtain USDS or USDC and earn the sky saving rate. How can I fix the USDC or USDC position on other network? If you have USDS, you can swap in other stablecoins such as USDS and USDC at apps further saving the seal users ensures there is always ample liquidity to exit your USDS position. Supported network are token address, Ethereum USDS, Ethereum USDS, Ethereum USDC base, USDS base USDS, and another more Sparkland. What is a Sparkland? A Sparkland is a decentralized or non-conditional liquidity market protocol that power the Spark borrow products where user can participate as leaders or borrow leaders provide liquidity to the market to earn a positive income as their assets are laid out while borrowers are able to borrow in a over collateralized and professional fashion. How do I interact with Sparkland Gate? Starting using Sparkland using the guide on which network is Sparkland support. Sparkland is currently supported on the following network: Ethereum Genesis chain. What is the cost of interesting the Sparkland integrating with the protocol request transaction and so transaction fees for Ethereum blockchain use which depend on the network status and transaction complexity. Is there is a minimum or maximum deposit amount you can deposit by any amount and you want even there is a minimum and the maximum limit. However, it's important to note that for low amounts it is possible that is transaction cost this is process higher than the expected earning. It is recommended that you consider that when depositing low amount. Where are my funds found stored? Funds are deposited in non-custodial support contract. The code of the smart contract is public, open source, formally verified, and edited by third-party editors. No centralized entity can access deposit funds. How much will I earn? Depositor receive continuous, while the fluctuates due to market condition based on the interest rate payment or loan. Depositors share the interest paid by borrows. The higher the utilization of the reserve, the higher the value of depositor. Each asset has its own market to supply and demand with the own CPI annual percentage. While fluctuates over time, you can find the average annual rate over the first 30 days of the the rate inflation, and you can also find more data on the reserve overview of each asset in the home section of the app. Can I opt out my asset from beginning? Use a collateral. Yes, after depositing your asset, you are able to unselect the asset so that is not be used a collateral. The opt-out is available is the deposit section with your dashboard symbol such as control toggle of the asset. You would prepare to opt out from being used as a collateral. You can withdraw your asset without operating out of using them on your loans. Why would I borrow instead of selling my asset? My borrowing you are able to obtain liquid for new investment opportunities. How much I can borrow? The maximum amount you can borrow depends on the value of the collateral you have deposit. There is not enough liquidity, or if your health factor does not allow you to. What asset do I need to repay? You repay your loan in the same asset you borrow. For example, if you borrow 1000 DAI, you will pay back 1000 DAI in plus interest rate. What is the difference between transparent and variable rate? Transparent rate act as the fixed rate in the short term but will change based on sky governance. The variable rate or in the rate based on the supply and demand in sparkland and the constant change. How much will I pay in interest? The interest rate you pay of borrowing asset depends on your borrowing rate, which is divided from the supply and demand ratio of the asset. In the case of the variable rate for transformation rate asset DI, the rate or at any time at the borrowing section of your dashboard. What is the yield factor? The yield factor is the ratio of the collateralization ratio, the value of the collateral versus the value of the debit and the liquidation loan or to value. The higher yield factor value is the same and the state of funds against a liquidation scenario. If your health factor go up, liquidation of the collateral deposit will be triggered. What happens when your health factor is reduced? Depending on the value fraction of the collateral deposit, the health factor will increase or decrease. If your health factors increases, you will improve your borrow position by making the liquidation threshold more unlikely to be reached. It is case that the value of the collateral asset against the borrowed asset decreases, the health factor is reduced, causing the risk is liquidation to increase. What do I need to pay back in the loan? There is no fixed time period to pay back the loan. As long as position is safe, you can borrow the unpaid period. However, as this passes, the occur interested will grow, making your health factor decrease, while might result in your deposited asset become more likely to be liquidated. How do I pay back the loan? In order to pay back the loan, is simply go to borrowing section on your dashboard and click on the pay button of the asset by borrowed and want to replace select the amount to back and confirm the transaction. How do I avoid liquidation? In order to avoid the reduction of your health factor leading to liquidation, you can repay the loan to deposit more collateral asset in order to increase your health factor. Learn more about liquidations here. Spark liquidity layer. What is the Spark liquidity layer? The Spark liquidity layer automates liquidity for provisions to USDS, USDS, and USDC directly from Sky across various blockchain network on DPI protocol. The enables user to easily earn the Sky safe rate on their prepared network using USDS. Additionally, it allows Spark to ultimate liquidity position into DPI markets to optimize yield. You can read more about the Spark liquidity layer. What is the benefits? The Spark liquidity layer enables user on any supported chains to easily obtain USDS to earn the Sky saving ratio. Furthermore, it enables Spark to deploy stable coins liquidity directly into DEFI markets optimization yield. What protocol are supported by SLS? The following protocol is currently supported by the SLS: Sparkland, ABO, Carb. Additional protocol will be integrated on the continuous basis. What network was supported by SL? The following networks are currently supported by the SSL: Ethereum, Base, Arbitrum, Optimism, on-chain. Additional network will be integrated on the continuous basis. What is the liquidity constants of cross-chain liquidity? The shares shall ensure there is always ample liquidity for user to enter and exit USDS on supported network. Sky aims to keep 25% of USDS collateral, making its cash reserve. We should provide a health buffer by user to exit even for a large volume. Has the Spark liquidity layer been added? Yes, you can fix the added reports here. Who control the Spark liquidity layer? Spark governance determines the user cases supported by the SLR, such as network and protocol, as well as the accepted risk parameters for each user case, introducing rate limits, maximum funds amount, or maximum volume. Spark Sky Star. What is a Spark Star? Sky Star. Spark is a Sky Star, a part of the Sky ecosystem. You can read more about Sky Star here. Sky Star is currently as boot store is topping fast and will be officially launched in 2025. Spark if front even in the given access to the products offering by the Spark Sky Star and getting started. Accessing Spark at the application of the Spark was constituted five main in sections. Click on the section title of a specific tutorial. Saving the leading phase of the application was saving enables to deposit stable coins to earn saving using saving USDS. Borrow contain the three sectors: borrow DEI and USDS, which enables you to borrow USDS and DEI using crypto asset is collateral. This section is focused on USDS and DAI borrowing only. My portfolio show the state of your borrow and leading position. Here you can also manage leading and borrow position on the supported asset market. Given an overview of the total state of the supported leading markets, such as total liquidity and total borrows of related information of each market, and the option to enter the market fund enables user to deposit tokens into funds to earn Sky tokens reward. Connecting your wallet. In order to access the Spark app, you must connect to crypto wallet. You do so by clicking connect wallet in the top right corner of the app. Select your wallet of choice and finalize and the collection process of the specific wallet. Is while selecting MetaMask, you can be permitted to log into your MetaMask wallet through the browser extension. The browser extension collect wallets stated MetaMask, Brave Wallet, Reveille Wallet, Popular, Rainbow, Coinbase Wallet Contact. What is a wallet? A home for a digital asset. Wallet are used to send, receive, store, and deploy digital asset like Ethereum NFTs. A new way to log in stated of creating new accounts and password of every website. Just connect your wallets, get wallets, connect to the your favorite wallet setting network. Make sure you are connected to the despite you are connected to the desired blockchain network. In the top right corner you are able to change between blockchain networks supported by Spark, the current supported network, and Ethereum mainnet and Genesis. You can find your overview on what assets are supported on which network on the markets page. Network section is sandbox mode. If you wish to test out the Spark application, you can click on the dots next to connect wallets and click on the sandbox mode. This will give you access to the newly generated test wallet with the funds of the test network, giving you the option to formalize yourself with the application before spending your real funds. Sandbox mode is a risk-free environment where you can test the Spark graph and understand how it works. When you are ready, you can switch back in the real world, having fun exploring ultimate tokens, tricks, free exploration, no real asset involved, fast, no need to sign transaction activated, SIP activities, set box, earning saving. Spark analysis that to easy deposit stable coins. It is saving word and receive saving tokens representing it yourself for deposit in the saving valued as saving. Extra saving tokens increases its value over time against the underlying deposit asset. Saving World Spark currently supported on the following saving world saving USD the saving USDS world deposit user disport of USDS into the Sky saving rate. Yeah, saving USDS the saving USDS world deposit user deposit or USDC into the Sky saving rate tutorial deposit saving. Make sure you are connected to the network you wish to use to earn while on stable coins such as USDS, USDC, and DI. Navigate to the saving page, which is the front page of FF Spark saving. For below the general into general, it show the current and historical saving rate SSR for the selected board saving rate. To deposit from the selection board, click on the deposit button. You can also navigate to the supported stablecoin section, which display the stablecoins holding in your wallet, and click on the deposit button on the asset you wish to deposit. Note the different saving world you will support different stablecoins in the deposit with you, especially the stablecoins down for an amount info you wish to deposit. Note, if you deposit other stable coins USDS, it will be swapped for USDS before being deposited into saving for USDC. There is no slippage fee. Sign the Sky fee as more use for USDC. You might acquire a small slippage or fee. It is the decentralized exchange curve is used for the swap. The Spark liquidity layer provides liquidity to this pool, ensuring there is also ample liquidity to deposit and exit your savings using USDT. You can select your safest tolerance in the deposit UI. The UI will also show the minimum saving balance you will receive after the swap. All swap user non-custodial smart contracts, and it not be any way to custody by Spark. Section deposit to USDS, dispatch to USDS, and receiving is the following example. Show cost to USDT spotted and will be received saving USD as tokens is future. So keep the token save after you deposit. You will see the saving grow in real time. You can also see your project earning in the May earning section. Withdraw saving. When you wish to withdraw acquired saving, can simply click on the withdraw button in the saving USDS withdraw in the withdraw window, where you specify of asset and amount you wish to withdraw. To finalize USDC from saving USDS from the support for USDC using the SKY FSM after being withdrawn from saving. The SKY FSM does not require any slippage or fee beyond gas. The swap route is shown in the transaction overall. This swap is possible as long as there is liquidity in the SKY FSM. The swap is a non-custodial SKY smart contract from USDS saving. Use this withdrawal saving. Once you have done with the necessary transaction, the specified amounts of USDS will be transferred to your wallet to exchange the for USDS tokens. Why, why is there slippage of USDT deposit and withdraw when depositing and withdrawing USDT into and from saving? There is a small slipping or fee. It is the decentralized exchange curve in USD or swap USDT or USDS and vice versa. The spark liquidity layer provides liquidity to the full, ensuring there is always apply liquidity and low spellage and fees to disperse. UI. The UI will also show the minimum saving balance you will receive after the swap. Why is there no leverage on USDC deposit on withdraw? When depositing on withdraw USDC into and from saving, there is no slippage or fee on the Sky FSM to use to swap USDC to USDS and vice versa. The Sky FSM does not incur the slippage or fee beyond gas. The swap is possible as long as there is liquidity in the Sky FSM. Why is that there is no slippage or USDS deposit and whether the USDS is the native saving tokens of USDS and you can always instantly convert between two on slippage or free. There is no liquidity concept of the conventions. Saving USDS is the upgraded version of a DAI which offer higher while than DAI. USDS is a tokenized representation of USD as deposit in the Sky saving rate offered up by Sky. The USDS token enables user to receive returns on the SSR deposit while still being able to transactions take lead and user in the way. This one USDS is supported on various networks such as Ethereum. On best you can find an overview of supported network and tokens address. USDS increases in value according to the SSR by the its introduction into downmind value gradually increase overall USDS is an accumulating tokens, not a reversing tokens. Each USDS is fungible and always instantly removable. For USDS deposited USDS is never locked as it is can always be withdrawn instantly. There is no liquidity concern when withdrawing USDS from USDS on the SSR. Wild source for USD, the Sky saving rate as a which is feature for the Sky protocol that enables any USDS holder to earn a saving rate on the USD. The SSR is paid out to USD as the Sky saving rate is funded by Sky revenue. Sky revenue. Analysis hold earned saving is from crypto collateralized loans, investments into US treasury bills, and the liquidity providing into Lampclad and the Spark liquidity layer. You can find a full overview of Venue source here. You can always find the currently saving rate on the here. The Sky saving rate offer higher one and the DI saving rate. The Sky saving rate is aired by Sky governance and is subject to chance. Spark has no control over the Sky saving rate. Acquiring USDS to acquire saving tokens, you can deposit stable coins into saving vaults using the Spark See the earning saving for a guide on the how to deposit supported network or token integrating saving goal to for technical documents on the USD's implementation and how the integrate fees refer on the developer doses using Sparkland. What is Sparkland? Sparkland is a decentralized non-custodial liquidity market, a protocol where user can practice as leaders to borrow. Leaders provide liquidity on the market to earn a passive income as their assets are lent out, while borrowers are able to borrow in a calculated and professional fashion. How do I interact with Sparkland? Get started using Sparkland using this guide. Open source Sparkland is completely open source, which allow anyone to interact with the user interface client APIs are directly with the smart contracts of Ethereum network. Being an open source enables and third-party service on application to integrate and interact with the protocol. You can find an Spark related code here. A feature overview leading and borrowing Sparkland user are able to deposit asset into liquidity market where they can be borrowed by other users. This enables depositors to earn interest on the deposit. Furthermore, can depositor use their deposits and collateral to borrow asset or borrows will pay interest to lenders based on the supply and demand on the borrowed asset. You can learn more about depositing, lending, and borrowing here. Efficiency mode emo. The high efficiency mode or E mode allow borrowers to extract the highest borrowing power out of their controller when supported and borrowed assets are collected. In fact, partially when both are of the database of the same underlying asset use stable coins back to USDC. Isolation mode. New asset get listed and isolated. Borrowed and depositing is isolated asset as the collateral cannot supply other asset as collateral through they can still supply to capture while borrow using to isolated controller can only borrow while borrow user and isolated control can only borrow up to the specific debit colleague. Solid boring allow asset by potentially manipulated to orbital to the listed on a spark and single borrow asset. If a borrow solid asset, they cannot borrow any other asset. This helps maintaining the risk associated with such asset from affecting the overall solidly to the protocol. Risk management. Sparklands bring a guarantee implemented set risks set permanence and feature to perfect the protocol from insolvency to modulate how much to each asset can be borrowed, which reduces imbalance risk. Supply checkers allow to limit how much of the certain asset is supplied is sparkland in this land, reduce exposure to certain asset and mitigate attack to like inflight mining and price occurrence manipulation. Garner following far protocol in implemented, it is possible to lower the borrowing power of your asset to the low as 0% without any impact on extending borrow. It is still possible to user to the on approach liquidating expecting user is demand necessary. These are Risk admins Sparkland introduced the ability of the sky governance of the grant entities permission can be towards and automated against the core as the can built on the top of these features to react automatically in case the anticipated events. Price or Central. The Central feature introduces a grace period of the liquidation and disables warning under specific circumstances. This feature has been specially designed to help to us to handle individual downtime to the squares but can be expanded to handle overcases even on L1S in the future. Variable liquidation close factor. The variable liquidation close factor will based on the health factor allow for partial or full liquidation of the borrow position in the if the HF is below 1 bar 0.95 50% of the position control is being liquidated. However, of this HP is 0.95 per 100% of the collateral can be liquidated. You can read more about liquidation here. Depositing asset tutorial. In order to borrow asset, you must first deposit asset as collateral such as ETH or BTC. Depositor asset can be borrowed by other user and therefore earns interest. You can also simply deposit asset without borrowing to earn interest. To deposit asset into Spark, navigate to the many portfolio pages. My profile page, scroll down to the deposit section where I show the following information: asset, that different asset that can be deposited into Spark in wallet, amount of the specific asset in the wallet, and it is the value of USD, the current manual percentage while deposited. Asset can be borrowed by other users and therefore earned yield. Deposit section, you deposit asset by clicking on the deposit button for the corresponding asset which will often deposit. Withdraw the deposit is display amount. Here is pay where you specify the amount of the specific asset in the wish of deposit transaction overview. Show the supply fee of the asset and whether the asset is unveiled as collateral action and overview of the necessary transaction you must do to create the deposit. 5. Once you deposit asset, the position will be updated, which is displayed as the health factor and overview in your position. Health factor is the first overview. You receive ISP tokens and return, which replaces deposit in Spark. You need these tokens to withdraw your asset from the protocol, so keep them into your wallet. If you wish to deposit more asset, for example, to increase the health factor to your borrow position, you simply repeat this process. You can use a collateral puzzle to enable as disable or asset as collateral for your borrow position. Disabling as already supported asset is collateral will infect the health factor 2 of the position, as the asset will no longer count toward the collateral value and London or to value. Where you is the minimum or maximum deposit amount. You can deposit any amount you want. There is a no minimum or maximum limit. However, it's important to note that a low amount is possible then the transaction cost of the process is higher than the expected earning. It is recommended that the consider that while depositing low amount, where you are deposited funds, stored funds are deposited is non-custodial smart contract. The smart contract, the code is the smart contract is public, open source, formally verified and edited by third-party editors. No centralized entity can access different fund. How much will I earn, deposit or receive continuous, while that factors due to its market condition based on the interest rate in payment or loans. Depositors share the interest paid by borrowers, the higher by utilization of the reserve, the higher, while for depositors each asset has its own market supply. Demand is the own API annual percentage, while which features over time. You can find your average annual rate over the first 30 years to evaluate the rate evaluation, and you can also find more data on the reserve overview to each asset in the home section on the app. Can I opt out my asset from being used as the collector? Yes, after depositing your asset, you are able to unselect the asset so that it will not be used as collateral. The optimism out is available to the deposit section with your dashboard. Simply switch collateral toggle on the asset you would refer you would refer to optimization out from being used a collateral, but operating out of using them as collateral as long as these funds of the not actively being lent out of the withdrawal would cause a lend equation on your loans. Adjusting your position due to having an active borrow position on a Spark requires ongoing monitoring and management. These steps will guide you through how to effectively manage your position and to avoid liquidation to maintain the Spark position negative to by my portfolio phase. The section here position will use the value of the deposited collateral in USDC. The value of the borrowed funds is USDC. This acquires the over based on the borrower rate. The maximum rate can be borrowed before volatility the loan to value requirements. Note, if you do not have the active position, it will show empty, it will show empty position. And I bought on below on the create using the easy borrow flow. The dashboard also displays the current health factor of the borrow position. The health factor is the measure of how close the position to the liquidation based on the currently LTV health factor below 1 means the position can be liquidated. Liquidated users are therefore responsible for keeping a health factor above 1 in order to avoid liquidation. The LTV of the position can changes over time. If will underlying collateral changes is value and is debated accuracy due to its interest rate current price show the current market price is the of the collateral asset. If the price of the collateral asset reaches the liquidation price, the position can be liquidated. Note, if you are using more than our collateral type, the current price or liquidation price information is not displayed. One of them on the my portfolio phase, you have the necessary functionalities as tracks your position. In the deposit section, you can deposit and withdraw asset. In the deposit section, you can also enable to disable asset and collector. Learn about this here. In the borrow section, you can borrow on replay asset. 5, if your position is liquidation, your position will be updated accordingly and automatically depending on the extra situation and the liquidation. You might still be open borrow position. Oracle's Sparkland uses Oracle price feeds and power its landmarks depending on the asset. Different types of Oracle are used to ensure the proper pricing and risk management. The Oracle price fees are used to calculate the value of the collateral, the constantly how much user can borrow and where the system must liquidate risk position. Why can I check out as Oracle is being used? On the Sparkle app in the in the drop down menu, you the top negative bar, you can select markets. From there you click details on the specific asset you wish to insert. Scroll down to Oracle type section on the bottom. Here you will see the Oracle type of the current price and the contract address of the Oracle smart contract. Who selects the Oracle's governance controls? Which oracles are used by the Sparkland market type of oracles? Sparkland uses different types of oracles price used to depending on the asset and the leading market price. A market price oracle replaces the live market value of the asset. This means the price the asset is currently being traded on the various exchanges. An example ETS, which user market price oracle. Fixed price with a fixed price oracle, the asset price is set by the contract of the provenient value adjustable only through the sky governance decision. For example, a stablecoin such as DI user a fixed price of 1 USDT and does not decline even if your market price of DI deviates from the value underlying asset price. For a underlying asset price oracle, the asset price is divided from a market price oracle tracking on the value of the underlying asset and not the asset itself. For example, a directive asset such as BTC user a market price feed is underlying asset BTC are not the market price of BTC. While fixed for a while fixed oracle, this asset price is calculated using both exchange rate and the market price oracle. The exchange rate is the convention rate of the asset and its underlying asset. An example is while asset such as ETH warfare stake ETH, which use the exchange rate between ETH and its underlying with ETH multiplied by the market price by the underlying asset wallet. Redundant oracle feeds for certain asset pipelines uses oracle feeds from both creation circle fairness and redstone, ensuring that is the unlikely event and price feed should fail should be redundant price feed the automatically by use. Finally, it is extremely unlikely event this flight needs to the synodical dynamic and read store should be able to the same time and swap the weighted average price is the use of the feedback price feed this ensure maximum prediction for a sparkless user. You can see the example of this maximum above is the wild fixed price fixed circle user to waste. You can check the asset user reduced freeze price feeds by checking it says reduced in the oracle type in the specific market phase. Spark reward. What is Spark reward? The Spark rewards program offer weekly token reward to users who participate in campaigns. Reward specific occasions that contribute to the growth of the Spark ecosystem. This reward was is sold the offer is collaborations with other DBA projects. The goal is to bring different crypto projects together to market decentralization finance more accessible and useful for everyone. What is the reward? The reward will mainly be tokens from the partners to Spark, that being the DPF project of components. This Spark has the partnership with. An example is the Redstone campaign, which reward user who deposit BTC into the Sparkline market, which is powered by Redstone workers. How do I earn reward? You can start earning rewards immediately by navigating the AFS Spark and going to the rewards page. Navigating to the rewards page, here you will see the overview of the active campaigns of rewarded actions and load to get started. As soon as you are participating in the campaign, you will start acquire rewards. How do I check my rewards? You rewards execute in real time and you will be able to see acquire rewards in the top panel of Spark app on the reward page of the app. How often are you redistributed while reward acquired? Immediately rewards are not distributed once per week on Monday. This means you will not able to see how much you have earned in real time, but you will not be able to claim until the reward are distributed each Monday. The application will show on our view to much more the rewards available to the claimed immediately and what is pending in the next weekly distribution. How do I claim the rewards? You claim the rewards on the Spark app rewards page. Navigate the and click claim all on the right hand side and follow the instruction of claim your rewards. Do I need to claim each week? No, you don't. No, you don't know. Have to claim reward each week. Reward will continue to acquire and execute, and you can claim multiple weeks reward in the single transaction. The application will show an overview of mass of the rewards for available claimed immediately and what is pending in the next weekly distribution. Is the claim deadline? Yes, unclaimed rewards will eventually expand depending on the campaign. However, there will always be the grace or be the grace period between when a campaign ends on the when is the reward expire on few months, so users should have ample time of claim their rewards in time. The unclaimed rewards will be used for further rewards active user to spark restricted geographic campaigns might restricted participation for user in specific countries or legal reasons. Check the specific campaign CU details. SPK tokens. SPK token is a native governance and staking tokens to Spark designed to it long-term version of the sustainability decentralized system. Spark is deployed across Ethereum, Arbitrum based optimization, Unchain, and Genesis managing over 3.5 billion stable coins liquidity and gaining more than 172 million annualized protocol revenue at the time waiting. Governance Spark is the government's token to Spark Intelligent Spark SPK will be used for signaling and statement check via snapshot voting with its role involving its distribution become more decentralized. For more information on Spark governments, please see the Spark affiliate staking. SPK is the SPK can be staked and the future stake SPK may be used for the volatile and secure products and service in the Spark ecosystem. Stake SPK earns reward from speculants. Symbolic is the rewarding SPK stake with the fine throat. Fine throat is protocol. You can read more about staking here. Has Spark been airdropped yet? Yes, the Spark tokens has been airdropped. The only official place of claim SPK is at and do not trust any other website or platform claiming to other SPK tokens to access to claim and beware of scammers and false SPK tokens supported network and token address below of the only official deployments of SPK. Beware of scammers and false SPK tokens. How can I bridge SPK tokens network? You can bridge SPK between network strategic confirm you to using the correct tokens address. The strategic bridge is only the Ethereum BSC burning. What will the total supply of SPK be? To 10 billion SPK tokens will maintain as Genesis. 35% of the SPK tokens will be allocated to the Spark ecosystem to support the growth to Spark. The Sky ecosystem will receive 65% of the Genesis tokens which Sky will distribute throughout the 10 year SPAC farming campaign. More details on below. Sky retains the ability to maintain additional SPAC tokens under extreme calculation to cover the bad debate. Learn more about Sky architects. SPK allocation, what Sky farming? Sky farming is offered by the Sky ecosystem through the Sky tokens farms. User can stake USDs from your SPK. The spike distribution follows the rules set for the Sky. Sky outlines which state the spark will be distributed. Spark USD as in with the Spark D buy from the following schedule. Below a virtual representation of the Spark distribution schedule from SKY. Sky funds or SPK are not live yet. Once launched, they will be available on follow Spark on social media to stay update on launch ecosystem. 23% of the tokens allocated of the Spark ecosystem to support its growth. A key part of the innovative of the Spark airdrop program, which includes farming, irrigation, and overdrive the layer 2 campaigns. More information about the Spark airdrops can be found. The team has allocated that is allocated to is designed to ensuring long-term allotment with core contributions building and supporting speed. Additional resource integrations can find technical documents to SPK here. SPK airdrops. SPK is the airdropping SPK tokens and their main categories to use the free farming, Spark legation and overdrive layer 2. You can read more about the campaign to following phases by the clicking the like above. Has SPK been airdropped yet? Yes, the SPK In the years, the SPK has been airdropped. The only official place to claim SPK is that do not trust any other website on platform claiming on the offer SPK tokens. Access claim beware of scammers and false SPK tokens. How do I check it? I feel receive an airdrop. You can check if you are eligible to the airdrop by navigating to the airdrop page of the Spark app to Spark at you can there Ether input your wallet address and connect with your wallet to use your airdrop amounts. In addition to any eligibility requirements and ability requirements to the particular parts of the airdrop to avail eligible. You must be less 10 years of the age and not be individual entity subject to national and international sections on otherwise is designed to the any list of prohibited unrestricted parties including but not limited to this list maintained by the United Kingdom, the United Nations, European Union, its member nations, the United States, and other applicable governance authority. Please read the Spark airdrop terms and conditions and the requirement for each airdrop for more information. Market is crypto regulation as information. Please see a Spark Visa for a Spark crypto asset or PPR and other improvement information. Team and use service. There are streams condition. These streams constitute a breeding technical agreement between an individual entity, growth and association of who views interact, link or to or otherwise user to driven any benefit from the site and defined below. User and Spark insists the owner operator of the stale contract with the sector of the successors and assign the site operator. How to participate in GateLive Launchpool. GateLive Launchpool is an innovative staking and airdrop platform where a user can stake GT, BTC, ETH, USDT or other tokens and earn early airdrops and hot and new coins with low entity bear and higher APR in the ultimate platform to optimistically capturing market opportunities. How to join GitHub Launchpool and stake and log into GitHub account and navigate to Launchpool app home Launchpool or click on Launchpool to choose the staking pool you want to join. Click stake 3, enter the staking amounts, click confirm and complete staking. 4, view rewards to reward story after successfully staking. And how to these notes. Please complete ID verification before participating in Launchpool to enhance the security of your account and asset. To the stake asset will be transferred to simple earned by default. It is positioned to unhacked and stake asset will be redeemed into spot asset. 3. The will take multiple snapshot to personal staking amounts and each hour and you can increase your staking asset for any time. Please maintain the stable staking amounts to ensuring mining rewards. Thanks for watching the live.